All right. So first I want to welcome you guys. We really appreciate you guys taking time out of your evening. My name is Kelly Dahl, and I am a double diamond leader with It Works Global. And you were invited here tonight because someone thinks you would be really awesome at this. And so you're going to get to hear from three of us and learn a little bit about what we do and all kinds of good stuff, all the good things that we have going on right now. So we're super excited to share with you. First and foremost, I want to tell you about our company. So It Works Global is a direct sales company. We've been in business for over 17 years. We are a debt-free company, which is a really big deal. There aren't a lot of companies that are out there like that. And we've been around for a long time. 17 years is a long time. So we have over 50 all-natural products made from plants. And they're at a really good price point. So the beauty of this business is we have products that people want and people need in their lives. So we literally have something for everyone. Some of our more popular products are our Keto Works line, which is fairly new, our Keto Coffee. I'm shocked that we're not out of stock all the time with that stuff. And then our brand new collagen, which we're all super excited about. So many amazing things happening in our company right now. And we, are really big on being debt-free. So we're going to talk a lot about how we make money and a little bit about our stories. So I'm going to backtrack a little bit and tell you guys about me. I started this business 2.5 years ago. And at the time I was working full-time as a nurse education specialist. I was finishing my master's degree and my son was 5 months old. And guys, I was someone who swore I would never do something like this. I had a nursing career. I have 3, degrees, and just swore that this wasn't for me. And I had a plan, I had a career. I wasn't looking for anything else. And then I had our son, our first child, and they laid that baby on my chest and I just melted. And I immediately thought like, oh my gosh, I told everyone I never wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And now that's where I want to be. So, we enjoyed maternity leave and I went back to work and it was pretty awful. And when I went back to work, I just had this business keep popping up in my newsfeed, and someone that I was, friends of friends with essentially was really doing well in the business. And so I reached out to her and joined in February of 2016. So I was working full time, getting my master's while it was 5 months old. So that's when I started. In a few months, I was making just an extra $500 a month. And really, you guys, my goal initially, even though in the back of my mind, I wanted to be home, right? But my goal initially was make an extra $500 a month, prove my husband wrong, prove everyone else wrong, because I swore I would never do something like this. And no one understood why I would do something like this because I had a good career, right? I was a nurse. Everybody thinks nurses make amazing money. And I was making good money in a master's prepared position, but there was still more month left at the end of the paychecks. So I jumped in $500 a month, my first 2 months. 6 months into the business, I was making over $2,000 a month. This was a huge deal for us because I was finishing my master's degree. And so between working full-time and my master's degree, I was going to be out of the house 7 days a week if I did not go part-time at my job. But financially, we could not let me go part-time at my job. But because of this business, I was able to go part-time. So I went part-time 6 months after starting this business. 14 months into my business, I promoted to double diamond, which is the rank I'm in. And I was making more than I was at my full-time nursing career. And this was a master's prepared nursing job. Okay. So that was huge. I never thought that would be possible. For a few more months, I worked part-time, finished my master's degree. And then we just had something on our heart telling us like, you should be at home. So we took that leap and I came home full-time, and I've been home full-time ever since. So that was a little over a year ago now. And we were pregnant. We found out we were pregnant unexpectedly, and we had struggled with infertility with our son Wyatt, who is now 2.5, well, almost three on Friday. That's crazy. And we got pregnant unexpectedly last fall, which turned into a very high-risk pregnancy that was very difficult for us. And we lost our daughter in February at 29 weeks. So that was something that was not expected. No one expects to go through something like that. And I didn't understand why, it was placed on my heart for me to come home when I came home last fall. And that it just goes to show that God has a plan and there's a reason, that this business was placed in my life before I even understood fully why it would be good for me to be home through all of that. So that is a little bit about me. We as a family have earned over $40,000 in bonuses in the last, I think it's close to $45,000 in just bonuses from this business. I've been in the business 2.5 years, and this last month we are now making 5 figures from our phone. Working this business, which is just insane, and it still like gives me goosebumps and leaves me speechless because I can't even believe that this is real life. So 2.5 years in, I've worked it, and this is where I'm at today, and it's just an incredible opportunity. So I could go on and on and on. I'm going to turn it over to Courtney so you guys can hear from her and a little bit more about the business.
Hi, I am so excited. I love how many people is on here. Okay, so I'm Courtney. I'm from Georgia. I'm also a double diamond with It Works. I started a year and a half ago, a little over a year and a half ago. And I started, I was someone that had no clue what It Works was. I never even heard of her product before, never even seen a post before, nothing. And I started after I had my son recently. So I had a newborn at the time. And after going on maternity leave, it got real stressful just because, you're going from 2 incomes to 1. I didn't get paid maternity leave. So we saw how quick the checking account went down. And, I was nervous, but I also knew too, I had to go back to work, but I figured that is just how it was going to be because of the money issue and stuff. And so I went back to work for one day. My husband called me and told me to quit my job. He wanted me to be home. And this was something that I was praying for my whole pregnancy, y'all. My whole pregnancy, I'm not even lying. Every day I drove to work and I prayed for God to show me a sign. If it was meant for me to be home, it was meant for me to be home. If it wasn't, okay, I have to accept it and just stay working. So I'm home and I quit my very first day back off maternity leave. They probably hated me, but I finished the day out at least. And it was like the best feeling in the world, but it was also so scary because I knew what that was going to be like for our family. Going from 2 incomes to 1, that's not easy ever, especially if you live the lifestyle that you've just always were used to going and doing what you wanted or get whatever you wanted. And now we had this newborn and it's more expensive and I just quit. So that was that. And we had hospital bills coming in, those great hospital bills. Insurance hardly pays anything. So that added up quick. And so when I was just scrolling on Facebook one day and I saw this post from a woman I never even knew. I wasn't even friends with her on Facebook, so I know this is a godsend because it was at the right timing. It was so perfect how it was just laid on my lap at that moment. And I had that instant gut feeling that I needed to reach out to her. I had no clue what she was even talking about. But it caught my attention. So I reached out to her and I asked her a few questions and she told me a little bit about the business. And honestly, I was so desperate to make some extra money. I joined and we'll get into everything about joining, but at the time it's $99 to start. And I didn't have that. I just quit my job. So I talked to my husband and I told him, I said, look, I think I want to do some health and wellness company and I want to get healthier anyways after having a baby. Like, why not make some extra money while doing it? And he said, sure, as long as you make the money back. And so he let me use $99 that we didn't have. And I got started. I ran with it. I was ignorant on fire. I had no idea what I was doing, but I ran with it because I wanted that money so bad and I wanted to prove to him that I could do it, and so my goal was an extra $300 a month. I made that my first month in the business. And then in 4 months in the business, I replaced my full-time income as a dental assistant. I was that before. So I replaced that in 4 months. And then fast forward to 14 months in the business, I promoted to double diamond and tripled my full-time income just by working from my phone with my son by my side And it's just so crazy to think about because honestly, you know, my goal was $300. And I thought that was, which it is a lot of money. I still think it's a lot of money. But at that, I just was thinking of all the things that I could do for $300. Like just the groceries. It would just make things easier if ever we wanted to go date night or diapers, or if I wanted to buy Lane an outfit, or if I wanted to go buy a shirt and not feel guilty because at the time my husband was working night shift and he was working overtime so I could stay home. And that's not always easy just because, you know, I didn't want to miss out on Lane's first month, you know, firsts period. Because there's a lot of firsts, and he was. And so because of this business, not only do I get to stay home every single day with my son, and make more than I even expected, like out of this, my husband got to quit his night shift job, and he got to follow his dreams and open up his own shop with his brother and a friend. And so he would have never been able to do that if it wasn't for this business, because we did not have the money for him to just up and leave his job. Like there was just no way we could do it. And so I'm just so thankful. It's like Kelly said, it's God puts things in our lives for a reason, and you're here for a reason. He makes no mistakes, y'all. And it's just crazy because like if I would have looked back 2 years ago and thought of my life, it would have not been this. I would have never chose network marketing. I actually knew nothing about network marketing at all. And so I had no experience. So this is just going to telling you this for a reason, because some of you may not have any experience in it either, may not even really know what It Works is, but that's why we're here. And I'm just so excited. And I know I've been talking, but like Kelly said, I can go on and on and on about the business because we just love it so much and we're just so passionate about this company. So I'm going to turn it over to Miss Becca.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Hey guys, my name is Becca Garrido, and I'm a new shiny diamond in the company. I just promoted last month. I'm so excited. That's my first time actually saying it out loud, and it's really been an emotional ride, especially going on what's happening right now. But a little backstory about me is I actually started this business twice. First time in 2015. I was living in San Diego with my husband and my first son. So a little bit more behind that is I'm actually a teen mom. I was 17 years old in high school, and I pretty much started working immediately right after then to help with funds, working nonstop, also partying nonstop. So I pretty much missed out on my son's, everything, milestones, his first walk, his first word, just a whole lot of it. I missed out, and work became the norm. And I tried to take myself away from that, and my husband and I, we all moved to San Diego. We just got married during Christmas time. That's a lot of finances, birthdays, and we were just pretty much living paycheck to paycheck. And I too saw this opportunity on my timeline from a random person, and I started talking to her about it. I just jumped in. I honestly didn't even ask what network marketing was about. I had no idea what a rap was. This wasn't just a norm at all. Being where I'm from an island called Guam in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And so this was nothing near anything we've learned. All we know was hospitality and tourism. So I used to work nonstop, 12 hours minimum, six to 7 days a week. And then my husband would work the opposite schedule, so we would never see each other. And I did this when I was on my breaks or when it was slow shifts, and I was able to hit our Ruby bonus in 3 months' time. A few months after that, I quit. I ended up quitting because I cared about what others thought about me. Like, I was always talked about, when I was younger. And so this was just something that always got me. Like, people were thinking of like, oh, she's doing network marketing. What is that? What is raps? What is all of this stuff? And so I ended up quitting. But I didn't leave the friendship behind. A year later, I became pregnant and I gave birth. It was my son's first birthday, and he had 104 fever and had a febrile seizure. I watched him hit the floor and start, seizing, and I knew then and there that I couldn't leave him alone and go back to work, and that ends up happening again just because we moved back to the island, and it's always constantly raining, people are always sick, and so I decided to hop back in. And like what Courtney and Kelly are talking about, I always feel like this business comes to you for a reason. I've been able to gain so many promotions from this. I recently earned a 7,500 bonus and a 5,000 bonus back in February, and it's just been so life-changing for us. I said I wasn't going to cry, but we recently purchased land so that we could build our own home. For those who've always lived in apartment to apartment, it's something so big for you to have to own. And then just with this promotion alone, we've just been struck with a super typhoon in the Pacific Islands. And for the past 4 days, there's been no power. And it just feels like this comes in for a reason. And some people have to go back to work, but I don't. I get to be at home helping my family, helping rebuild, helping my other families who've lost homes. And it's just been such a blessing being like an island girl and having my own home and then helping others with this. And so speaking of that, there are bonuses out in this company that is so life-changing, whether if it's my story or yours. But right now we have a ruby bonus out for $1,000. We have a emerald bonus out for $5,000. We have a diamond bonus that I just earned for $7,500, and a double diamond for $10,000. And even with those numbers, it seems so scary because I thought I would only just make $200 a month. But being able to see my paycheck grow big is honestly something we all need. I feel like this business really does come to you for a reason. So I'm going to stop and pass it around to Kelly. I'm going to keep crying. But really, this business is here for a reason, and I know money isn't everything, but it does give you options. So I'm going to throw it back to Kelly.
Court, do you want to talk next?
Yeah,
and then I can talk last.
That works, and then I'll pass it back to Becca to go over the money, how we make the money. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys about what you're going to get when you get started. So it is $99 to start your own business, which is insanely amazing because the fact that you can start your own business for $99 is like wild. I mean, the fact that, now that I see my husband in his business, seeing how expensive it is to actually have like a workplace and electricity and water, and he has to go buy parts and things like that, that's really expensive. And like, we get to do this business and start for a one-time $99, which is insane. So with that, not only do you get an opportunity of a lifetime, but you get a beautiful kit that comes in the mail, and it kind of looks like this. Y'all's is going to look a little different. And then what you'll get in it is you'll get a free bag of wraps. So like Kelly said, we are known for the skin wraps. These are Tight and Tone and Firm, and this is a single wrap. You get 4 in a bag, and so 4 is a full treatment, so it lasts about a month. And you can use them on yourself and get your own testimonies. That's what I did, especially after having a baby. I wanted to tighten some things up, but you also have the option to sell it for $25 a piece and make your money right back. And guess what? $0 in the business. You started a business for $0, which is crazy. You're also going to get little defining gel samples. So you'll get a pack of these. The defining gel is like liquid gold, guys. It tightens, tones, and firms. It's the sister product of our wrap, but it helps with like bug bites and razor burns, sunburn, eczema, varicose veins. Like literally I can go on about this defining gel, and you're going to get samples of this too. which you can also use on yourself, or you can, sell those too. You will get Blitz cards in your kit, which is it's like a business card, but it has a lot more to it. So you actually will get like before and afters. So you can like give these to people and they can physically see like what the wrap does. And it has a little coupon on the bottom, so you can give people $25 wrap instead of $30, which is awesome. So you get a pack of those. You'll also get a magazine in here that has tons of stuff in it. And you will also get a website that's already made for you. So no, you do not have to go make your own website. I would never know how to do that. I'm not tech savvy. So they make your websites for you. It's free your very first month, and it's only $20 a month. Now, I don't know about you, but we don't have to carry any inventory, which is a huge reason why I joined this business, because at the time, I did not have the $99 to start, and I couldn't even fathom spending money on inventory and keeping that every month and then not being guaranteed to sell it. So instead, our company is all about getting us out of debt. So instead, they've given us a website, like I said, already made for us, only $20 a month after your first month. And I don't know about you, but I'd much rather pay $20 a month than like hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of stuff each month that you're not guaranteed to sell. And so every month, we just buy the products that we want to use on ourselves, and that's it. And we share the love that we have for these products in this business, which is not hard to do, because I'm telling you what, you're going to fall in love with these products and this business real fast. So that's what you get in your kit. And then we also have a huge promotion going on that ends this week. It's a Disney trip. So our company has never done this before, and it's so cool because so many people love Disney World, right? It's like the happiest place on earth is what they say. Me personally, I've never been, and I want to go. So when they did this, I was pretty stoked, okay? So, and yes, I have pajama pants on. That does not match my shirt. She wasn't supposed to show y'all that, but that's okay. We're friends, right? Anyways, this Disney trip is, they're giving away a free Disney trip, all paid for, and you have the chance to earn that if you get started now. The promotion ends this week, okay? And they're going to be giving 15 families a free Disney trip, all paid for. And that is mind-blowing, because I know Disney's really expensive, and they're paid for everything. And they pay for multiple people to go with you. So I'm telling you what, like, not just the bonuses that Becca's going to talk more about, but a free Disney trip, like, yes, please. What is working in pajama pants the greatest thing? It is. It really is. It's like my main thing I wear. Okay. But so yeah, that's what's going on. And I'm gonna pass it back to Becca, and she's gonna tell you how we make the money, because I know that's what everybody wants to know
about. Okay, I'm good. Okay, so super exciting. I love talking about this just because we get paid 4 different ways. Can you hear me?
All I know is I love the ears. I love the ears. Like, it's perfect.
Okay, so we get paid 4 different ways in the company. And the first way is wrap cash. So Courtney showed you a pack of wraps that we have that comes in your kit. You could either use that personally on yourself, or you can make money and sell that and make your money back. So other than wrap cash, you can also sell your Kita cash or anything that you have on hand. We don't necessarily have to have any inventory, but we love our product so much. So if we do have it available with us, you're more than welcome to sell that for cash on hand. So that's immediate money in your pocket. The second way is commissions. You make 15% off of every personal orders that you make or order yourself. The third way is unlimited fast start bonuses, which is amazing. I've received so many of these, and it's so helpful for like gas, shopping trip, or emergencies if you get a flat tire. And then that's if once a new member jumps on and makes money with you and you help them build their business, you get that immediately deposited to your bank account the following Friday. And the last one is my favorite of all, is the rank up bonuses. I received about 13,000 in bonuses. I know the girls have received so much, and everyone in here as well. But these are so amazing. Right now, we have the $1,000 Ruby bonus that you can get this month, $5,000 Emerald that you can receive in 2 months, and then the big stuff like the Diamond and the Double Diamond and everything above that, which I believe is the life-changing bonuses. Again, the company doesn't give out, like, I was about to say they don't give out trips, but we already have a Disney trip coming up. But they love helping us get out of debt, which is the one thing that helps, that everyone needs. And that's pretty much it. I know how much 4 options is amazing. I know that before, when I had rent due, all of our options was to sell stuff, right? To sell clothes that you don't have. But this company, if you need like money ASAP, you have 4 different ways to go out and get it. I mean, how amazing is that? Like, you have 4 different ways to make money other than, going around your house and selling stuff. So I'm going to toss it back to Kelly and wrap this all up.
Hey guys, I'm yes. Anyone? Okay, and I'm hoping you guys. So I want to do one thing before I. This is not moms like us. People on our teams who are in college. We have people who are in grad school. So it doesn't matter where you're at in life. We do anything business, whether stay at home, school, whatever it might be. So the last part I wanted to start me say earlier, I swore I would never started, even I swore the clothes and I was going to post about certain things and all. And when I fully immersed myself in this company, I was amazed at it, like who I was surrounded by. Many empowered, amazing women, and they you're some women that become your best friends. Like, oh, you guys, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Did you guys hear most of that?
I could understand what you were saying, but you were a little choppy. But now you're moving, so I think we're good. You were
Okay.
froze for a sec. But
Okay.
You're back to normal.
So when I first started, swore I wasn't going to fully jump in. And I was amazed at the team and the training that we get. So you are trained and mentored by top income earners in the company, okay, you guys? And we are with you every step of the way. You're never alone. Like, I thought I was going to jump into this and just have to figure it out on my own. Like, that was just my impression. And we give you the best tips, the training, the mentorship that you need to be successful, exactly what we did in order to be successful when we first started. And you guys, I was also someone who had friends before I started this business. I wasn't really looking to make more friends, which I know sounds catty and whatever you want to call it. But these ladies are my best friends. When you go through a hard time in your life, it really comes through who your close friends are and who's going to stick with you through thick and thin, outside of your immediate family. And these are the women that have been there for me through everything we've been through. So if that tells you anything, it's just an incredible group of women that you're surrounded by that lift you up and support you, and you get to do the most fun stuff together because we literally get paid to travel. When we go on trips for we're going to Florida for a women's retreat at the end of this month, which is going to be incredible. And we get to work in our, Courtney said, she's in her pajamas. I'm in my pajamas. Becca's in her car because they don't have power. You can do this anywhere, which is what I love so much about this business. So you're never alone. You're fully supported in everything that you do in this company. You just have to be coachable and excited, and we are ready to help you, earn your entry for this Disney giveaway, which I'm so excited about. I'm really jealous of Becca's cute little hat and her ears. But also these $1,000 bonuses that people on our teams are earning. Like, we want to help you do that. So I want to give anyone an opportunity to put questions in the chat. If you guys have any questions, we could address those before we let you all go. And I feel like I should welcome everyone to the team because this Zoom is giving me all the feels. So I just have lots of good feels on this Zoom.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I think you were choppy during this, but I think you were trying to say it, but I want to kind of say it again just in case.
Yeah.
You do not have to have kids to do this business, y'all. That's just something we have in common. And I have so many people on my team that work full-time, has no kids, or is in college, has no kids, or does full-time works full-time and is in college full-time, and does his business. This is the beauty of it. Like, this business is made for us, made for people that are busy. And this business is giving people the opportunity to not have to go get 2 or 3 jobs and miss out on every moment because you work 7 days a week to try to make ends meet. I know a lot of you work multiple jobs, and if you had the choice, you wouldn't. But the fact, like, what if you could quit one of those jobs and make an extra income, the same amount of income or more, and you have more time? And this business gives you freedom. It gives you more time. It gives you more money. And I know that money's not everything, but time is. Moments are. And you can never get moments back. And like Becca, like, her story is so amazing. And like she said, she's like, I missed first. And she doesn't, you know what I mean? And so many people do that. You might even miss your first from your kids, or you're in college and you are drowning in college debt and you don't even know how you're going to do it, and you don't have no time to go get a job because you're a full-time student, or you work full-time and you hate your job and your boss is awful. I had an awful boss. I have a girl on here that used to work with me. She knows. He told me to go be someone's slave. Like, it was bad, but you know what? It makes me appreciate what I do more because I'm my own boss, and I can do whatever I want, and you can do the same thing. This business can do that for you. It's giving you options. So do you have to quit your job when you do this business? Absolutely not, but it's giving you that option to if you wanted. And there's so many people in this business that have no kids that do this full time because they like the fact that they can be their own boss over someone else telling them what to do every day, So I just wanted to throw that out there because I know everybody has different lives. Everyone is busy. Like, who's not busy? But I always say, like, busy people know how to get things done. Okay, but we really do. If you're busy, you just fit it in there because you're already busy. Why not? How much was it a month for $90? So it's only $20 a month, just for a website, which is pretty much the window to your business. That's where you get your send your customers and distributors, and where you order your product that you want to use on yourself. So that's how much. That's it, and that's optional, yeah. But obviously you want to do it so you can work the business the best that you can. But everything's optional in this business, and that's what I love. Nobody's going to make you do anything you don't want to do. Nobody's going to try to cut your right arm off for, like, money, okay? Like, this business is all about getting people out of debt. And so that is a huge reason why we don't carry inventory, and that's why everything's optional. It's totally risk-free. And think of all the times, please just sit there and think of all the times that you spent $99 on stuff that you have nothing to show for, that you can't even remember what you spent $99 on. Every time you walk into Target, you know you're about to drop $99 or more in a hot second. And so it's just, you have to figure out how bad you need this in your life, how bad you need a change in your life, how bad you need that extra money. And you will make this a priority, and this business will do amazing things for you. but you have to decide how bad you want it, you know, how bad you need that change for you and your family. So I wanted to just throw that out there real quick because that was just on my heart, and I felt like I needed to say that. But if y'all have any other questions, drop it
I
in the
can
chat.
answer. So somebody asked what's the trick for first time sellers. I will tell you that none of us sold anything before this, so there's no trick. And just like I mentioned, being coachable, being excited, we're going to give you all the training and the mentorship that you need to be successful. It's just putting in the time, 30 minutes to an hour a day, and you can be very successful in this business. And then
someone said, how many hours do you work a week? You're gonna, okay, so Kelly.
I'm reading, sorry.
No, you're fine. If you want to add your 2 cents, or Becca, if you want to add
when I, as far as like timing wise, when I started, I mentioned I was working full time, getting my master's degree, and I had my son Wyatt, who was 5 months old. So had no time. I would fit it in like 5 to 10 minute increments. So like 10 minutes before I walked into work at the hospital in the morning, 15 minutes on my lunch break, because literally normally I was eating my lunch at my desk and working. And then 10 minutes before I walked into daycare to pick up Wyatt. And then I would spend another 30 minutes after I had done my master's homework, after Wyatt was in bed, working my business. And then as your business grows, you will want to put more time into it, but that's obviously down the road. So I would say if you can spend a solid hour, that's an amazing amount of time that you can get a ton of work done in a day. It's just the consistency is really, really important.
Yeah, for sure. Someone said, do you have to use the products to sell the products? Okay, so that's another you don't have to. Do you want to? Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to think of it this way. You're a product of a product. And I'm just going to let you know, you're not going to, like, I'm not going to have to twist your arm to want to use these products, because they are life-changing. They are changing people's lives every single day. And, you know, I like to say, you know, people are so worried about being salesy. Well, we're not at all. And you're like, well, how is that? You're network marketing. It's because we're sharing the love that we have for these products, and how we love them is how we use them. So you best believe I talk about keto coffee like it's going out of style, because I'm obsessed, you know. And guess what I sell most of? Keto coffee, because people see the love that I have for it, and they naturally want it because they see how much I'm obsessed. And so I know you will sell more of what you use. Do you have to use every product? No. Not every product's for everyone, but we have something for everyone, which is the beauty of it. So absolutely, I do 110% think you should be using their products. And people know you're not going to use them right away. Like when I first started, I never used a product or touched a Networks product or ever heard of one. But you best believe the next month I ordered some, because I was like, I want to get my hands on this stuff. After learning more about it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I need, you know. My hair was falling out. I wanted hair, skin, nails. I wanted to tighten my stomach up, you know, wanted to get healthier. So, you know, you will find products that you're wanting to try. But when you get started and you feel like you're like, oh my gosh, like people are going to think I'm crazy because I haven't tried any products, that's okay. They know you just started. And so what we would do as your mentors is help you with that. And we will share our results that you can share with other people until you get your own. So I know that's kind of like a long answer, but I wanted to kind of go over that real quick.
No, I think that's good. Pregnant women, yes, we have multiple products that are safe for pregnant women. Everything, because everything's considered a supplement. So everything will state like, if nursing or pregnant, talk to a physician, but we can give you our real life experiences of what we've used while pregnant, while nursing, what our doctors have okayed, and all of that. Obviously, you're not going to use anything for like weight loss specifically necessarily while pregnant or nursing, but there are lots of things that will help with your energy, like keto coffee when you're pregnant. Yeah, Becca said 2.5 years nursing and still using our products. And then also, I mean, our collagen is going to be amazing for pregnant women. There's so many we have a stretch mark cream that is insanely amazing. No stretch marks. So yeah.
Someone said, have either one of you hit a dry patch where you had a difficult time attracting and promoting business? It's a business, so you're gonna have your days, you're gonna have your ups and downs, but honestly, if you stay consistent, you won't have a problem. If you stop working your business, you know, you're a business, you're gonna be a business owner. So yes, if you stop working your business, you will because you stopped. But consistency, like Kelly said earlier, is key. If you're consistent, you should have no problem. We all have been consistent, and that's how we are where we are. Is because consistency, not because you know what I mean? Like we kept going. So no. How does it work? How does it work doing it from your phone if you can? Confused by that question. Do you understand it, Kel? How does it work doing it from your phone if you can? Like
we work predominantly on social media. Okay. That's where we mostly work our business is social media. You can definitely work this belly to belly. I tell people about this business everywhere I go every day. But I am a stay-at-home mom. So if I don't want to go places, it's an amazing way. Social media is a great way to connect with new people all the time. And Becca said, like, business license we don't need. Yeah, somebody else asked that. And I feel like we've kept you guys on here a long time. So I think we should wrap it up. And then if you guys have more questions, feel free to ask who invited you the questions. And if they don't have the answers, we can get them for you for sure. And yes, someone just said she's on social media a lot. Everyone's on social media a lot. So why not make money while doing it, right?
You can go to your iPhone and look up your settings and see how much you spend on your phone. Go do that and then come talk to me because we're texting, we're calling, we're scrolling, we're stalking people, we're watching stupid cat videos, like whatever. Think of all the things that you do on like throughout your day and think of all the times like you're on your phone wasting time. You could be putting it towards this business. And I just wanted to throw out here that I'm so excited that for you guys that are starting because I see a lot of comments saying that you guys are excited to start and we are so excited to help you. And I am, like Kelly said earlier, welcome to the team. And we are so grateful that you hopped on and we kept you forever, but we just can't stop talking about the business because that's just what we love. So if y'all have any questions, just message who invited you. And yeah, y'all have a good night. Bye, guys.